Welcome to Creative Women Studio. It's been a long time since I made a CreaTube. It's been really busy. I had a pattern release for my company, Creative Whims, and it's, when I say pattern release, in case you're not aware, I also design cross stitch and punch needle. And I sell to needlework shops across the nation and Australia and United Kingdom and all over the world. So when I have a new pattern release, it gets really crazy because we have to fill the orders and all that. So it's been a zoo and it's been fun though. So I hope everyone's been staying well and I hope everyone's been staying safe, and just got a life update from, I think it's been a month since I recorded a CreateTube. So a lot has went on. Ryan got moved back in. He's been here for a few weeks and I love having him here. He is, however, saving for, the reason he moved back home is because the lease was up that him and his friend rented an apartment together. So that lease was up and he decided to move back home and save money for a down payment for a house instead of continuing to throw his money away on rent. Who hasn't done that, right? Kevin and I, our first year of marriage, we had an apartment, and then after our lease was up, we had bought a house in the meantime. So but anyways, he's home, he's trying to make extra money, so he is going through my licensed products and he's posting them on my Etsy shop. So if you're interested in seeing some past licensed products in my Etsy shop, here's my address right here. It's etsy.com/shop/Teresa Kogut. And the products that he's putting on there, I would say 95% of them you can't get anymore, because these are products that I licensed with companies, you know, years ago, and I've just had them in storage. And so it's a win-win because he's making money and I'm getting them out of my studio, and he's making 60% of the sale and I'm making 40%, and everybody wins. Y'all win because you're getting stuff you can't find anymore, and I'm, you know, getting rid of the stuff that has been stored in my studio and taking up space, and I'm making a little cash on it, and then he's making money towards his new house. So it's awesome. What else? Oh yeah, the back bedroom, I think we talked about it before, but anyway, the carpet's in, the painting's done, we got a new ceiling fan, it's, you know, all the light sockets or the plugs and all that's redone, and I just have to put the bed up and get things ready, and Mom and Jerry are coming sometime in July, so that room will be all ready for them, and that is such a relief. Such a major relief. And what else? We got not a new driveway put in, but we got our driveway refinished. That's hard to say. And it looks awesome because it needed done. It'd been like probably 10 years since we had anyone like plow it and even it out. It was like almost like a 2-track coming down here to my studio. It was like a big hump in the center, and the bottom of the car would scrape on it. So anyway, we had that all redone yesterday, so that is amazing. I don't know, just a lot of things going on business-wise, keeping up with Witch Paint Wednesday and Creative Whims Live. That takes up my Tuesday and Wednesday. Also Thursdays, I'm back on watching our grandkids, which is amazing. You know, we weren't able to see them for, I don't know, 6 to 8 weeks. It was so sad, but now they come over every Thursday again, and I take the day off and spend it with the grandkids, and it's awesome. So Ellery is 2 years old. She just turned 2 in May, and then Easton will be 1 year old on July 22nd. So I have my hands full when they're here. I'm exhausted when they leave. I'm serious. I'm a lot older than when my kids were that age. And my kids were, there was 5 years between Ryan, and then 5 years, and then Kyle, and then our oldest, Brianna, she was like 9 years older than tile. So yeah, lots of space in between makes it a lot easier. So that's pretty much life. As far as announcements, I just want to talk a little bit about CW Live. The new session number 2, starts July 7th. And I'm super excited. If you want to join me live on Tuesdays and paint some projects with me and a group of people on this private Facebook group, please join. I will have a link in the description box below where you can go and check out what it's all about, and it explains everything in depth. But when we get to haul later in the video, I will show you some of the projects we'll be working on. And then if you haven't joined Kristen, my BFF, my soul sister Kristen Alexander of Shabby Perceptions, her and I paint live every Wednesday night together, and we have a split screen, so you can watch both of us paint, and we chit chat with everybody online, and it's a total blast. So that's every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern time if you can join us. It's on my Facebook page as well as hers. So all right guys, let's see. Okay, we're going to talk about my works in progress. What I have, my work in progress, is what I'm painting on Witch Paint Wednesday. And this is called Noble Character. And in the center, it's going to say, a wife of noble character is her husband's crown. And it's a Proverbs. I can't think of which one it is right now. But so this is what I've been working on. It's on this really cool board that used to go into a Hoosier cabinet. So it's vintage, antique, whatever you want to call it. This is the original paint to the board, this here at the top, that white. And then I got quite a bit done in the past couple weeks. So I basically need to finish the bottom half, put the proverb in there, and then sand it and crackle it and antique it, and it will be done. So probably by the next time I do a CreateTube, you'll see this one finished. Also, if you follow me on Instagram, you can see updates of the things I'm working on there in the interim. You know, since I don't do the CreateTube every week, you can kind of follow me there, and there'll be a link in the description box below where you can join me on Instagram. All right, I have quite a few finishes since the last time I saw you all. I will do them in the order that they were finished, kind of, sort of, maybe. All right, all I am or can be, I owe to my angel mother. This is an Abraham Lincoln quote. I painted this on What You Paintin' Wednesdays. So I think I took about 3 weeks and I got that one done. Or maybe 2. I think I might have painted that in 2 weeks because it's pretty small, pretty simple, and I love that funky little angel in the center. So yeah, this one I love, and everyone's wanting me to make this into a cross stitch pattern, which is absolutely something I'm going to do. Then we worked in CW Live. We worked on Shell. That's what I ended up naming her. She's named after my amazing cousin in Missouri. Oh yeah, I don't think you guys knew about this, but my amazing and sweet dear Uncle Jay, he passed away. So we made a quick trip down to Missouri, and my mom and Jerry came up from Florida, and they were there too. So we get to spend time with family during that very difficult time. My family is very small, and it's just, he's an amazing uncle. Anyways, I named this after my cousin, Shelly. Isn't she cool? So we grungied her up. I sanded quite a bit. This was actually painted over scrapbook paper. So what I like to do, why I like to do that, is because when I sand it, you can see the papers, right here. You can see the papers showing through when you sand, and it just makes really cool texture and pattern. You can see that polka dot scrapbook paper showing through. So that is Shell. And then in CW Live, we painted Yellow Daisies. So this is Yellow Daisies. This is an intuitive floral that we worked on 2 weeks in a row, and we got it done. This is a 16 by 20, and I will be putting that in my Etsy shop, the original, as well as prints for sale. But we had a lot of fun painting that. I love how it turned out. And then last week and this week, we worked on Snickers and Pickle. And this, the reason it's shiny, I don't like my things to be shiny, is because I haven't put, so I have the crackle on it, but I haven't put the antiquing like brown paint on it to fill in the crackles, and then I got to put the matte varnish on, so it won't be shiny in the end, but it is right now. I did a lot of spattering on there, and the sanding looks really cool because we painted well, we painted the cat red first and then painted gray over top. So when we did the sanding, the red shows through, which kind of makes it look like he got into a scratch or a scrabble or whatever with another cat. But anyway, it's Halloween, so it's cool. A little bit of blood on my cat, it's fine. No, it's not intended to look like blood, it just kind of does. Okay, that is all my finishes since I've seen you guys last. So I feel like I've been pretty productive, and you know, to be honest, I would love to paint every day, but 90% of my business is cross stitch and punch needle, designing it and filling orders for it. And you know, that is my business. That's where I make the bulk of my money. So the fact that I can even paint just 2 nights a week is even awesome because I'm still getting things done. So I'm happy about that. Okay, so previous finishes. I might have mentioned this before. I've been licensing my art for about 20 years now. Probably more than that now, but it's a very, very tiny part of my business now. But at one point, for about 10 years in a row, that's pretty much all I did. And I painted, I think it was 200 paintings a year on average. Anyways, I'm like over 4,000 paintings now. So the majority of what I licensed were watercolor paintings. So I have stacks and stacks and stacks and stacks of watercolor paintings to share with you. And I thought this would be a fun way to do it just every week, or not every week, but every time I do a CreateTube, I will just share some of my paintings with you. And you can kind of see, I can explain, you'll see. Stay tuned. All right, these are all in like plastic sleeves to keep them protected. So I'm going to try to do this the best I can without getting a lot of glare. So good tidings to all. Super sweet little Santa. This was a Christmas card. I used to paint a gazillion Christmas cards. I so miss it. Christmas cards, and for a company that made gift bags and gift boxes, I could not keep up. They wanted everything that I painted, so it was a huge part of my income. I love that little snow family. Bringing wishes of joy. Another Christmas card. Look at all those toys. So these are all watercolor paintings. May the spirit of Christmas fill your heart throughout the year. This painting was kind of designed after a vintage postcard, as you can tell with the lettering. I tried to make the lettering look like a vintage postcard. But look at the little kitty, Santa sack full of toys, the full moon out the window, and he's going shh. You see the chimney behind him? It's cute. This is an older one. So I number my paintings. So the last ones I just showed you, 1043, 1702, 1039, 1037. Okay, so you can tell how old this one is because this number on this one is 567. So that was the number 567 is, you know, because I started with 1. So this tells you how many paintings I have. It's crazy. So this is an older one, but I love it still. I love how primitive it is. It would be darling as cross stitch, but it would have to be large to get all that detail. I really love all the snowmen in the basket and the snowmen they're holding. So cute. And when I say it's so cute, I'm not bragging. I'm truly not bragging. I just love what I do, and of course I think my stuff's cute. Well, why would I not, right? I mean, you gotta love what you do, right? All right, so this one, the number, let's see what number this one is. 817, so that one's pretty old as well. Santa going on a little march with all the little animals and snowmen. The number on this one is 1482. God shed his grace on thee. Now this, I remember distinctly, I painted this for a company. They made calendars, like, so the date pad was like this, and then at the bottom, this was like a pocket where you could put appointment cards, birthday cards, you could store stuff in it. So all I had to paint was this pocket part, and I licensed with them for a few years. And I really love the shape of these paintings. I think they're cool. Long and narrow. This was also for that company. This one is, oh yeah, Avalanche was the name of the company. I have it written on the back of this. 1476, that's the number on this one. Little teddy bears ice skating. The little guy in the middle, that would be me ice skating for sure. Ooh, these are old. 778. This is a really old one. I did a series for like teachers and stuff. Study Buddy. Is that not cute? I love it. So fun. This one says, teaching is like gardening with knowledge being the water. So all the little kids are dressed up as flowers, and the teacher is watering them. And out the window you can see a school bus, and isn't it fun? I do miss licensing, I have to say. But it's not, it was a great way to make a living, and it was fun. But I think really what I do now, I love even more. I really do. Okay, the spirit of a teacher is that of an angel. Oh, look at all the little kiddos loving on their teacher. Isn't that sweet? This one says, teach me to read and I will be forever free. This one, number 588, this is an oldie but goodie. Starry Night. Santa it's like he's dancing with the snowman. And I love that he's in a non-traditional, you know, green checkered coat with striped pants and hat. Something different. This is number 485. It says, 'twas only days before Christmas, and there in the woods, Santa was knitting as fast as he could. He's still making gifts. Look at, I love that he has a moose holding all the things that he's knitted. And then the little bear and the bunny are sleeping. They're like, Santa, I give up on you. He's got his little basket, Longaberger basket, mind you, with, with his balls of yarn. And he's making stockings for Christmas. Huh? Fun. This is fun for me too, guys, because these are old paintings. And I mean, goodness, I kind of forgot about a lot of these. So 510 is the number on this one. This one is called, oh, I don't have the name of it. Wasn't that silly? So this is just some advice for all of you artists out there. If you're painting a ton of paintings, you have to have a way of logging them. So that's why I numbered everything. And then I have a master list that has the number, the title, what I painted. Was it, you know, acrylic? Was it watercolor? Then I have the size, the dimension of the painting. Then I have who I painted it for. Because in licensing, a lot of times I was painting specifically for a certain company. So I would put who I licensed or who it was licensed to or why I painted it. And if it was just something I painted for fun, I would write that just for fun. Also, another column that I so wish I would have had on my file, which I didn't, and this is why I'm telling you, because if you do this, you should have a column that says purchased by. That way, and then the date, and then the price. That way, if you sell some originals, you can say, oh, I sold this to so-and-so on this date for this amount of money. And, you know, have their contact information as well. Because number one, it's a great way to stay in touch with your customers. Number two, it's nice to know how much you sold something for and to know if you actually still have the painting or it did sell. And, you know, if you are looking through your customer database, you can say, oh, well, this person likes my angels. Well, I've got some angels to sell. Maybe I'll shoot them an email. You know, it's smart to do that. Well, evidently I'm not smart because I did not do that all these years. I've sold some of these kind of paintings. I've sold, you know, my acrylics, and I don't have any record of it. I mean, if I wanted to go digging, I could probably find out, but it should be in your database, easily accessible. So these were, there's how many? Okay, there's 3. There's should be 4, and to be honest, there's probably 4, and it's just not with these 2 or these 3. But when this was a fabric line, quilting fabric that I did, and it was called Wintertime Friends, and it was Santas and Snowmen. So I think that's, yeah, Wintertime Friends. This was painted, oh, I thought I had the year. That's another thing. Put the date that you painted it. 1384 is the number on this one. And then the companion piece here. So as you can see, you know, they're all the same color, the same theme. That was something I did for fabric, or also my company I worked with for gift bags and gift boxes. He likes things in sets of 3s. So you'll see things in sets of 3s and sets of 4. Okay, so 1, 2, oh god. How many do I have of this one? I've got, well, it started with this guy. What was his name? Calico Snowman or something like that. This guy was really popular because I think of the plaid and stuff that's on him. Well, then it sparked this series of 4 that I did for my gift bag and gift box company. So this number is 1117. Me and My Sparrows is the name of this one. Companion piece. This one is Max's Top Hat Home. So little birds are making a home in his little hat. How cute is that? This one is Barney's Birdhouses. You can tell I like snowmen and birds together. Tweet and Sleep In. Ha! This one is Me and My Blackbird. So those 4 were obviously, they went together. Okay, this is an oldie but goodie. 384. I think that's the oldest one I've showed so far. And this one I'm actually charting as cross stitch. Snow angels in the night, hanging stars to share their light. But this is the original painting for that one. And this will be a cross stitch chart soon and very soon. Okay, the last 2. This number is 426. Ooh, what was this one? 384, still the oldest. Okay, so this one's number 426. God Made Us All. I believe this was part of the Legacy Teddy Bear calendar. Back in the day, this was actually Amcal that did my calendar first. But is this just not completely fitting for today's time? For all time, actually. God made us all. I don't care what color, what size, what shape, what age you are. God made us all. God loves us all. And for whatever reason, I repainted it. So this is number 426. Oh my gosh, I painted this in November of 2002. 18 years ago I painted that. This number is 1044. So actually, this old one, I probably repainted. This is probably the one that was in the calendar then, I betcha. It doesn't have a date of when I painted it, but I mean, we're talking 600 paintings later. I repainted it and just kind of modernized the colors, you know, updated the colors. Oops. From that really, the first one I showed you had the really country greens and stuff. And so I updated some of the bears are a little bit more cutesy than primitive. And it says, we are all God's creation. And this one said, God made us all. So, I mean, they're very similar paintings, but slight differences. So that is my previous finishes for today, guys. So I have talked about CW Live. I think I talked about it a little while ago. CW Live. the new session 2 starts July 7th, 2020. Okay, I wanted to do some projects that would not just be canvases and that to hang on your wall, because we only have so much wall space. So I decided for session 2, we are going to paint some projects that are going to be things that can sit on a shelf or sit on the floor, or, you know, nice gifts. So from Factory Craft Direct, I bought these paper mache boxes. They're oval boxes, and I'm going to do these with major like folk art style, kind of like this Pennsylvania Dutch folk art. And we're going to sand them and stain them. They're going to look super, super old. That is the goal. So that's going to be one of our projects for session 2. And something that actually made me think of doing different kind of projects rather than just painting on canvas is one person in CW Live session 1. I can't think of her name. I'll insert it here. And maybe I'll even insert the picture if she doesn't mind. But she painted yellow daisies. Remember I showed you yellow daisies? She painted that yellow daisies painting on top of a picnic basket lid. It turned out so cool. And it got me thinking, gosh, you know, we should do, you know, different projects rather than just canvas. And then the reason I wanted to do a box is because I love this so much. This is the antique box that I bought years ago, and I painted this cool angel on it. Isn't it amazing? And I'm talking about the box. The box, I did not paint the sides. It came this super cool red color, and then I just matched the colors for the angel and her wings. So I thought, wouldn't that be cool to paint an angel box? So that's what we're gonna do in session 2. I bought this amazing box. It's nice and large. I mean, this is huge. And so our angel's gonna fit here. We're gonna paint the sides. I don't know, probably put a design on the sides. But then inside here, we're gonna put a scripture, or you can put your favorite quote. You don't have to paint what I'm going to paint, but I'm gonna put a scripture in here, and we'll finish the whole thing. It will all be painted, and it will be super cool. And then we had a couple runners up that I decided I liked the first 2 I showed you. So these last 2, I also got at the same place, and it came in the same shipment. But this is cool. It's just a little bit small, I thought, to try to paint an angel on, especially, you know, if you're a beginner painter of painting faces. I think this would be a little more challenging, so I decided not to do that one. And then I love this little keepsake box. I love how thin it is. I think it could be really cool. It wouldn't have to be an angel. You could put something on there, a quote or something, flowers, whatever. But I loved how it opened. It's got this little groove. You put your finger in it and you pull it open, and it slides back shut. But it doesn't want to shut all the way. You have to like really play around with it to get it to shut. So anyway, I decided that was too much of a pain. We didn't want to deal with that. So yeah, we're gonna have some fun things coming up. So if you're interested in painting your summer away on Tuesday nights with me, please join us. So that was haul. Okay, Artist Spotlight. This is kind of a new segment I want to do because I want to support other artists, and it's just fun. So our artist in this Createtube is going to be Dominica Moore Gordon. She is an illustrator, and she makes needle felted dogs. I'm just going to insert pictures of her work while I am reading her bio to you, okay? Daughter of 2 artists, studied textile design at Central and St. Martin's in London. Career in magazines in the UK and the USA. Creator of the Archie series of children's books published by Bloomsbury. Work collected internationally, shows in the UK and Japan. Collaborates with a variety of companies on products ranging from fabrics and chinaware to clothing and accessories, otherwise known as licensing. Work features on American television, written about in several art books, subject of numerous magazine and newspaper articles, lives in Scotland, and delighted to be included in the Bible of British taste. Enjoys Instagram a lot. So her work is quite impressive. She has books, she has, products for licensing, and my favorite thing that she does though are her needle felted dogs. They're to die for, and I really hope someday to purchase one of her dogs. And if I do, if I'm lucky enough to get one of them, I will be showing it here on my CreateTube. So I want you to go check her out. I will have links below to her Etsy, or not Etsy, to her website and to her Instagram. I don't know if she has an Etsy shop, but she sells somewhere, and I'll have that link below too. So I hope you enjoy Dominica's work. I adore her. I've been following her for many years, and she's such a huge success story and such an inspiration to everyone. So I hope you enjoyed her. Okay, last but not least, I have a topic that I want to talk to you guys about. I saw a meme on Facebook, and it said, "I'm too busy working on my own grass to notice if yours is greener." And when I read that, I was like, oh my gosh, that is so true. What I want you to do, if you are just starting out, and even people that have been creating art for years can still struggle with this, but you are on your own journey, so do not compare what your success is to others. Some people, maybe they know the right people, or they're at the right place at the right time, or whatever, and things seem to just skyrocket for them. And, maybe you feel like you're struggling and working really hard. But the main thing is this: just focus on you and your work, and be diligent about your work. Be consistent as how you show up in the world as far as your social media posts and things like that, and be consistent in your painting. Make a huge effort to paint every day, even if it's an hour, even if it's a half an hour. If you think about it, okay, let's say, well, I'm so busy, I don't have time to paint. I'm gonna wait until I have like a block of 5 hours to paint. Well, that may never happen. So what if you just got your paints out and you painted for a half an hour, and you did that every day? Okay, 7 days of painting in half an hour, it's 3.5 hours of painting. You're almost at that 5-hour mark anyways. So if you did that for an entire month, you know what I mean? You would eventually, you're at least moving forward, you're moving in the right direction. And keep your eyes on you and your journey, and be grateful at all times. Just don't compare yourself to other people and their journey, because they're on a different path. Focus on your own green grass, and don't worry if their grass is greener. Just focus on you. You. Anyways, I just wanted to share that with you guys, because I feel that being an artist is a blessing. I feel that having the gift of art is a gift from God, and I believe that if you have, a desire to be an artist and you work at it, you're gonna make it. It may take longer than you want it to, but you stay focused and you stay diligent and you practice and practice and practice, you'll be fine. You'll make it. I hope you guys get lots of creative time in, and I really hope you as a maker, whether you paint, you sculpt, you make jewelry, whatever it is that you create, I really hope that you'll pick up this CreateTube thing and start doing it yourself on YouTube, because one, people will get to know you, and people want to know the artist behind the work. They really, really do. And you'll watch your channel grow, you'll watch your customer base grow, and it's really a good thing. And if you're shy about it, maybe I'll do in my next CreateTube, I'll talk about some things that you can do to kind of get over talking on the camera, and maybe I'll go over some equipment and things that you need, because you really don't need much. You can do this with an iPhone. I mean, or a Samsung or a smartphone. Just as long as you have a smartphone, you can, do your YouTube channel. So I just encourage you to start your own CreateTube channel and show your works in progress. Show some speed paintings of you working in your studio. People love that. It will help you to become a successful artist and help you to grow your business. So I just want to thank you also for being here. And if you have not clicked the subscribe button and click the little bell so you have notifications when I go live or when I have a new video, please do that now. I appreciate it. I hope you have lots of creative time this coming month. Take care. Bye now.